Email subscription page, MailChimp. So we're going to create an email subscription page, and the reason why we're doing this is it's a great way for users to just enter their email address and get updates automatically. They don't have to go to the website constantly, and there's many different types of subscription pages, but basically the first step is to set up an account with MailChimp. MailChimp is the industry standard. You'll go through some standard steps of setting up an account. Once you've done that, what we're going to do next is create a list. So this will be kind of the database that will have all the subscribers. Their email addresses will be included in this list. So we don't have a list right now. We're going to create one. And so we'll give it a name. And it will be a newsletter. For right now, I'm going to use a Gmail address, but in the end, when we migrate this to the host site, we're going to use the email address associated with the domain name. I'm just basically using this email address right now as a placeholder. And they give you a warning about potential security issues or, yeah. So in any case, it's probably not a great idea to include your Gmail address as your permanent email address. Right now, we're just going to acknowledge this risk. MailChimp will allow you to move on and use an email address from Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo. So this will be the name that the newsletter is coming from, so that the user will know where the newsletter is coming from. And then this will just be a reminder exactly why they're receiving this. They're receiving it because they signed up to receive it. You can figure out, yeah, there's different notification systems. So when a user subscribes, you can get a one-by-one summary or a daily summary. It may not hurt when you're starting at your website to have a one-by-one or daily summary. Next, we're going to pick a sign-up form. So this will be the form that the user will enter their email address in. So we'll do an embedded form, and it's pretty simple. So this one here just requires a user. Well, so those two either require a user to enter the email address only or enter the email address and their full name. Nothing too crazy here. I personally prefer the simplest way, so just simply having the user enter an email address would probably be the easiest way. And then there's going to be code that you'll eventually be copying and pasting straight into your WordPress site. So back in WordPress, we're going to create a new page called Subscribe. And again, by creating an email subscription page, you're not having to, so if a user, so basically a user doesn't have to go day in and day out to check for updates on your website. They can simply have the convenience of receiving a notification of the latest podcast that's been uploaded from their email. So we're going to enter some SEO information here. Again, with all this stuff, we're going to go back later on and take another look at the SEO information, but we're quickly putting this information in right now so that we can get the page going. So back to here, we're going to copy the code. And then in the text tab, we're going to go ahead and paste that code. And that's really it. We'll do a preview. And you can see that the form is there. We'll eventually create a text widget that will also include the form on the front page and the sidebar. But for right now, we're going to publish, and this is just, again, a great way for users to be connected to your website and updates.